Did you know that the US military has been involved in the Middle East for nearly 3 decades? That's right. Since the Gulf War in 1990, the US has had a continuous military presence in the region. From the Gulf War to the war in Afghanistan, Iraq, and the ongoing operations against ISIS, the US military has been a constant fixture in the Middle Eastern landscape. These engagements have come at a significant cost. Thousands of American lives have been lost, and the financial toll has been astronomical, running into trillions of dollars. Furthermore, countless local lives have been impacted, with civilian casualties and displacement adding to the complex matrix of conflict. This long-term involvement has also shaped international relations, influencing alliances and sparking geopolitical shifts. The repercussions extend far beyond the immediate battlefield, shaping the world's political, economic, and security landscapes. This long-term involvement has had far-reaching implications not just for the US but for the entire world. So, what have been the effects of Biden's decisions on the Middle East? Well, to understand that, we need to delve into what his policies have been. Joe Biden's Middle East policy has been marked by a distinct shift from his predecessor's approach. One of the key areas of focus has been Iran. Biden has made it clear that he is open to rejoining the Iran nuclear deal, officially known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, which was abandoned by the previous administration. This decision has been met with mixed reactions, with proponents lauding the move as a step towards de-escalation, and critics arguing it could embolden Iran's nuclear ambitions. Biden's approach to Israel and Palestine has also been noteworthy. Unlike his predecessor, who firmly sided with Israel, Biden has tried to balance the interests of both sides. His administration has resumed aid to Palestine, a move seen by many as an attempt to restore relationships and push for a two-state solution. However, this decision has sparked controversy, with critics arguing it undermines Israel's security. Then there's the issue of ISIS. Biden's strategy has been to maintain a minimal troop presence while bolstering local forces to combat the terrorist group. This approach is a departure from the more aggressive military strategies of the past, marking a significant shift in America's role in the region. But what does all this mean for the Middle East? Well, Biden's decisions have had immediate effects. His stance on the Iran nuclear deal has altered the dynamics of US-Iran relations. His approach to Israel and Palestine has reignited debates over the two-state solution, and his strategy for dealing with ISIS has changed the nature of US military involvement in the region. Biden's decisions have certainly had an impact. But what about the potential future implications of his military strategies? Let's delve into that in the next part of our discussion. When we talk about potential future implications, we're stepping into the realm of speculation. But based on what we know about Biden's approach and the current state of affairs, we can make some educated guesses. Let's start with international relations. Biden's military strategies, with their focus on diplomacy and alliance building, could lead to a strengthening of ties between the United States and its allies. This could result in a more united front against common threats, enhancing global security. However, it could also alienate nations that view these alliances as a threat, potentially escalating tensions. Moving on to the balance of power in the Middle East, Biden's strategies could shift the dynamics in this volatile region. By withdrawing troops and focusing on diplomatic solutions, the United States might give more space for regional powers to step up. This could lead to a power vacuum, with various factions vying for control. On the other hand, it could encourage local governments to take more responsibility for their own security and stability. Lastly, let's consider the global war on terror. Biden's approach, emphasizing intelligence and precision strikes over large-scale troop deployments, could potentially disrupt terrorist networks. However, it also raises questions about the effectiveness of these methods in addressing the root causes of terrorism. After all, military action alone can't solve the complex socio-political issues that fuel extremism. In the end, the future implications of Biden's military strategies are difficult to predict. They could lead to a more peaceful, stable world, or they could escalate conflicts and tensions. Much will depend on how these strategies are implemented, as well as on the actions of other global players. And let's not forget, strategies can change. As new threats emerge and old ones evolve, the Biden administration will have to adapt and adjust its military strategies accordingly. Flexibility and adaptability will be key in navigating the uncertain waters of the future. Only time will tell what the true impact of Biden's military strategies will be. But one thing is for certain: the decisions made today will shape the world of tomorrow. As we've seen, the US military's involvement in the Middle East is a complex issue with a long history and far-reaching implications. Taking a step back to review, we began our journey by exploring the startling facts about US military involvement in the Middle East. From the Cold War era to the present day, the region has been a focal point of American foreign policy. We dove into the complexities of geopolitical dynamics, the intricate web of alliances, and the long shadow of past conflicts. We then moved on to the impact of President Joe Biden's decisions on the Middle East. The Biden administration has inherited a legacy of decades of policy decisions, each with its own set of challenges. From rejoining the Iran nuclear deal to recalibrating relationships with Saudi Arabia and Israel, Biden's approach has signaled a shift in US policy. However, the long-term effects of these decisions on the region and the world at large remain to be seen. In the third segment, we ventured into the future implications of Biden's military strategies. With a focus on diplomacy and de-escalation, the current administration is charting a new course. Yet, as with any policy shift, there are potential risks and uncertainties. It's crucial to understand that these strategies, while aiming for peace and stability, may also lead to unforeseen consequences. In conclusion, the US military's role in the Middle East, under the leadership of Biden, is a multifaceted issue. It's a narrative of shifting alliances, strategic interests, and the quest for stability in a region known for its volatility. It's a story of decisions made today that could shape the geopolitical landscape for years to come. Understanding these dynamics is not just about academic curiosity. It's about comprehending the world we live in, the forces that shape it, and the decisions that could impact our collective future. In the world of politics, decisions have consequences that reach far beyond the here and now, and as citizens, it's our responsibility to stay informed and understand the implications of these decisions.